and welcome to The Watchman. We are here in Washington, D.C. at a time when the U.S.-Israel alliance has never been stronger. Think about it, folks. The U.S. Embassy has moved to Jerusalem, where it belongs. President Trump has pulled out of that disastrous Iran nuclear deal, and Bible-believing Christians have access and a voice right here at the White House. These are special times and a time for pro-Israel Christians to work in the light. Nowhere was that more apparent recently than at the Israeli Embassy and the annual Christian Solidarity event. Now, I was honored to MC the event hosted by the great Israeli ambassador to the U.S., Ron Dermer. Top Christian leaders from across the country came to the Israeli Embassy right here in Washington, D.C. to show their solidarity with the Jewish state. The keynote speaker was none other than special counselor and senior advisor to President Trump, Kellyanne Conway, and I had the chance to sit down with her and talk about that strong U.S.-Israel relationship. Take a look.
I believe President Trump is a man of action in a town of talk, and you look no further than the very first foreign trip he took out of this country. He went and visited Israel. Most presidents, Republican and Democrat, go to Mexico or Canada first, and that's fine. But it was very important to this president to go and visit the seats of the three major religions and include there a stop in Israel.
The U.S. was the first to do this. Obviously, President Trump set the tone in declaring the embassy moving to Jerusalem. Why was that so important in particular for the U.S. as the leader of the free world? Why was it so important that we did it first?
Sometimes the answer is as simply as it's the right thing to do, which is the answer here first and foremost. President Trump kept the promise of at least five U.S. presidents, 6 if you count him, kept the promise of 5 U.S. presidents in recognizing Jerusalem as the capital of Israel and indeed committing to moving the U.S. Embassy to Jerusalem. This cannot be overstated in its significance and its consequence to the people of both nations, and in what it means to be a leader. It means to act as swiftly and responsibly as possible on promises that you have made that have won you that leadership and the trust of that leadership post in the first place.
The relationship is growing stronger and stronger every day. It's an unbreakable bond. Kellyanne, thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you so much.
We really appreciate it.
Thanks again to Kellyanne Conway for joining us at that great Christian Solidarity event. Another big event right here in Washington, D.C. coming very soon, July 22nd, 23rd, and 24th is our annual Christians United for Israel Washington Summit. Now, folks, this is the premier pro-Israel event in the United States every year, and this year we have an all-star lineup of speakers once again. Our keynote speaker is the U.S. Ambassador to the UN, Nikki Haley. I can't think of a bolder voice standing for American values and for Israel at the UN than Nikki Haley. We also have the one and only Pastor John Hagee, our founder and chairman, syndicated radio host Dennis Prager, the Israeli ambassador to the U.S., Ron Dermer, and Fox News host Laura Ingraham. Yours truly, the Watchman, will also be there. And folks, that's just a taste of what you can expect at our Washington Summit. You'll also have the chance to directly lobby your members of Congress as we go to Capitol Hill to advocate on behalf of the U.S.-Israel relationship. Folks, you'll be with thousands of like-minded people, pro-Israel Christians, and for Zion's sake, we will not remain silent right here in Washington, D.C., where it counts.